What's up everybody, Knucky here, and today I'm going to show you how to play Piggericks. This video is going to have three parts. I'm going to give you an overview on how to play the game. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the pigs and how to choose them. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to beat the game and play it well. So you may want to skip the first part if you already know how to play. Look into the description of the video. We're going to have links to the different parts of the video. All right, so now if I want to get going, I'm going to have to press the play button. And once we press the play button, we get to our piggery. In the piggery is where our pigs live. And so here for a game, I need to select 2 to 5 pigs. And here I'm just going to select 2 really good ones. I always make sure, by the way, to have a bonus pig with me. And so now let's press play and then just battle. And the game is announced. This sometimes can take some time, but here it was really quick. And we get to toss first. So once we press the toss button, pigs are gonna fall from the sky. Watch it. There we go. Oh my God, we got a pig out. Pig out is really bad because now it's my opponent's turn. So I get to watch as he tosses his pigs and gets his points. And he decides to bank at 23,000 points. Now I get to toss. And I get 5,000 points for this particular throw, which is shown right here. I also see my score for the round, and I see the score of the winner right now. So this is Trent because he's got 23,000 points. These are my score overall, and so let's toss again to catch up with Trent. I have to hit 125,000. That's the target. So let's keep tossing. I want to kind of finish a game in 2 to 3, maybe 4 rounds, but not more. So we're looking to hit 30 to 40,000 points. And so I keep tossing. I got 35,000 points and I decide to bank. Now it is Trent's turn again. And so we get to watch, but he has a pig out right away. So now it's our turn again. And so here we're trying to toss again, getting another 40-ish thousand points before we are going to bank. But not this time, we have a pig out. So now it's Trent's turn, but somehow he's got a pig out as well. So I get to toss again right away. And so here I'm going to keep tossing, and you can see the difference now between your round score and your overall score. And because I'm leading, I'm now on the top right. Yeah, so and you can now see that overall I have the 80,000 banked, and that can't be taken away. And this is a nice sort of score where with 40,000 in my last round, I'm able to finish. And we see here where Trent is. So I have a nice lead. Trent banks, I think way too early. I don't know why he did this. Anyway, I'm going to take advantage of this, and I'm going to try to finish the game at this point in time. And amazingly, we get to finish with a mega combo. We have now more than the target score, and we win. So now we have to wait a minute, and then we can look at what we won. And here, this is the result of the actual game. We see that I won the game. We saw how many points I had, how many points Trent's got. I got 6 grunts. And here is the experience gains that my pigs received. Sometimes you can also win some pigs, but that didn't happen in this particular game. All right, so now that we know how to play a game, I want to look at the stats of the pigs to help you select which ones you want to take to battle. And the key thing to look at is the appearance, because the appearance, that's actually how the pig looks like, and whether it has a big belly or a small belly, and that determines how likely it is to fall on one of the different parts of it. So in general, a big bar is always a good attribute. These attributes are basically a percentage how good the attributes can be for a particular pig. In the how to play section, we've actually explained this a little bit. So down here, we have an explanation of how the pigs work, including their attributes. And you can see here, these are all the attributes that a pig can have, and what the worst attribute is and what the best attribute is. And so basically when the bar is completely empty, then it's this value. When the bar is completely full, then it is this value. And the bar in between is on a sliding scale between these two values. So now you can see that the biggest percentages is in the bellies, right? The difference between a good belly and a bad belly is 6% versus the difference between a good ear and a bad ear is only 2%. So this is why, for me personally, the belly is the most important attribute. It has the biggest impact on how good the pig actually is. So notice that just because the skill is very high doesn't mean that the belly needs to be very high. So while the skill is a good kind of starting point, you really want to look at the detail attribute of the pig to understand whether you personally think it's a good one or not. So let's get back to the piggery and look at a couple of pigs. So here I got a couple good ones and a couple mediocre ones, right? So let's take a look at the 70 pig. This is a very good pig. In general, it's hard to get a 70 type of, but if I look on the appearance, I can see the left side of the pig is crap. It's basically 0. So this actually makes me not love this pig entirely. Let's take a look at this pig. So here, even though the overall score is very bad, because it's not going to land on its feet very often, it's also not going to land on the belly very often. So that to me is actually more important. So this is a more safe pig to toss than this one because of the one belly that's so bad for this particular pig. So just because it has a high score, here's a similar thing. This pig I like even less because both of the belly values are very bad. However, this is a pig that has very high value for the noses and the ears. So this is a great pig to have with you in a battle if you want to hit these really high scores. This again has a very high skill value, but the one belly is so bad that to me this is not a particularly great pig. So you can see it's actually quite rare to get a really good pig. Here on this level, I don't really have any one of them. This is something that I like because the bellies are average and then I have a chance to hit these really high ones more often than with other pigs. So this is almost, looking at these level 1 pigs, this is kind of my favorite pig here. Okay, so now that you know how to play the game and what is important about the attributes of the pigs, let me give you one key tip that you need to avoid in the beginning. Most people bank way too early. And they bank too early because they learn the pain of not banking when they get a pig out. But that's often wrong. You need to chop up the target of your game into 3 parts and then try to finish the game in 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds. That's the most important thing that I see beginning players do wrongly. We have a special video about why that is the case with a fancy Excel spreadsheet, so go check that out if you want to study this. But now, why don't you just go play and have some fun?